Hello and welcome to my channel. I have been in a lot of argument discussions online, offline. In such discussions, a lot of Igbo people, many of them Igbo, some of them former Eastern region people, are arguing why Ojukwu led Biafra into such wars. And the only reason they are opposing Ojukwu is because we lost the war. If we had won the war, they will not oppose him. I've had so many discussions, arguments. Why did they lead us into such a cruel war? We lost a lot of things. We lost our place in Nigeria. Are you really serious? Before we go into this discussion, I would like you to watch this video and I'll be right back.
And let me tell you this. If Ojukwu had not declared Biafra, you have been gone. The number of people in Enugu that day on Aburi will stand. You couldn't find if a pin drops, you wouldn't get to the ground.
What would have happened if he didn't declare Biafra?
Oh, he would have been removed.
By who?
By the people. It was that bad. Because the people so believed in Aburi. Because remember, the pogrom did not cause the war. Yes, we saw the killings. It was horrible. 50,000 people killed in one day, within September 29. But we said, okay, this had been brewing for a long time. Now they've had their full, no problem. Now let's sit down and try to manage our own small corner and define how we relate with the other regions. That was Aburi. They said, oh, what did you say confederation? What did you say? All these are stories. Like I told you, Gowon did that thing, in my own belief, to get his people, the middle belt, out of the so-called Fulani domination. He saw a path and he took it. And that's why we have the 12 states. He's not a fool. He was there when this was discussed. Oh, Ojukwu went to the press first, Ojukwu spoke first. Rubbish. The guy could not be trusted. He couldn't even be trusted to take charge of his own son. You live with a woman in Durham Barracks, the most secure place. You know, she got pregnant, had a child, and you're thinking the child is not yours for 40 years. Who does that? So he's a liar. The same thing happened after the war. You discuss with Effiong, we got the whole thing straightened about the 3 V's and no victor, no vanquish. You turned around and you did something else. You can't trust that man. That was the whole thing. So let's let the blame where it is. Ojukwu has his own problem, and there are many of them. But in this particular issue, Ojukwu was the last Biafran. He was the last Biafran. He never believed that Gowon would send soldiers to Enugu through Nsukka. He never believed it would happen. He was too trusting.
Welcome back to IGBO AREA TV, the voice of reason, history, and justice. Today we speak boldly and truthfully. We're addressing something that has confused many of our people, especially the younger ones, and even the older ones, some of the older ones. Some are now blaming Dim Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu for declaring Biafra in 1967. They say Ojukwu led us into a war we could not win. And like I said earlier, the reason is because we did not win. And some of them thinks, oh, we shouldn't have gone into that war. Some even say he should never have declared Biafra. But today we ask, is that really fair? Was Ojukwu wrong? Let's look deeply at what happened, the facts, the emotions, and the truth behind that moment in history. I'm happy you've heard from somebody who so much knows about it. And this is not the first time I'm hearing people who are explaining why Ojukwu did what he did. A lot of people knew. So in 1966, Nigeria experienced the worst kind of ethnic violence in her history. After the first military coup and counter-coup, the country became unstable. But what truly pushed the East to the wall were the massacres of Igbo people in the North. In May and September 1966, tens of thousands of Igbo children were slaughtered. Pregnant women were cut open. Men were burned alive. Children were thrown into wells. Over 1 million Igbo men, women, and children fled from the north back to the east. Not all of them made it to the east. The Nigerian federal government under General Yakubu Gowon did almost nothing. No one was arrested. No one was punished. At that point, the people of the east were no longer safe in Nigeria. In January 1967, the military leaders of Nigeria met in Aburi, Ghana. There, they agreed on a peaceful solution, a confederation where each region could manage its own affairs. The East, Ojukwu, accepted the plan. In fact, the slogan everywhere became, "On Aburi we stand." You know the popular slogan. But when Gowon returned to Lagos, he rejected the agreement. You had his recent interview. He continued to disgrace. Well, I don't know. I don't have to exchange words with him. He said malaria whatsoever. He said Aburi was unworkable. He passed a new decree that gave full control to the central government. That betrayal killed the last hope for unity. So we must ask, was Ojukwu supposed to do nothing while the East was surrounded by danger and lies? Let's be clear. Ojukwu didn't wake up and force Biafra on the people. In fact, the people were already demanding it. Civil servants refused to obey Lagos orders. Students were protesting. Elders and leaders were calling for separation. If Ojukwu had refused to act, he could have been overthrown by his own people. Who knows? He could have been killed as well. So let's stop making it sound like he acted alone. Ojukwu did not act alone. Biafra was not alone, one man's dream. It was the people's cry for survival. My people, if you are listening and you value truth, please share this message. Tell your children and neighbors. Do you believe Ojukwu had a choice? Do you believe he had a choice? Don't compare that moment with now. Because we have to look at situations while we talk about things. Use the hashtag defend Ojukwu and spread this truth. Let the younger generation know the truth. Biafra was not madness. It was resistance to evil. People say Ojukwu led us into war. But they forgot one thing. Secession is not war. Ojukwu declared Biafra peacefully. It was Nigeria that declared war on Biafra, in case you don't know. Nigeria attacked the East. Nigeria blockaded food and medicine. Nigeria bombed civilian markets and refugee camps. You know, this Gowon latest interview and him going about saying a lot of things, we have to be, countering the lies. They bombed refugee camps. So the war didn't happen because of Biafra declared independence. The war happened because the Nigerian government chose violence instead of dialogue. If they allow Biafra to go peacefully, there will be no war. Concerning whether Ojukwu was perfect, no, he wasn't perfect. Did Biafra suffer? That is true, yes. But we must judge him by what he faced, not now, but in 1966 and 1967. Not what we know now. He tried peace, and that is why he consented. He went to Aburi Accord. He protected his people by declaring Biafra. He gave them dignity, a name, a flag, a voice. Imagine if he did nothing and another 50,000 Igbos were slaughtered. What will so many people call him? They will call him coward. Instead, he stood firm. He said no more. If Nigeria cannot protect us, we will protect ourselves. Now, in summary, let's think about this. It was not Ojukwu's ambition. It was the people's survival. Aburi was broken by Nigeria, not by Biafra. And the massacres made unity impossible. Ojukwu had no choice, only responsibility. So let's stop saying Ojukwu should not have declared Biafra. Instead, let us say, thank you, Ojukwu, for trying to save us when the world looked away. Biafra was not born from greed or pride. It was born from pain. And the man who declared it, Dim Ojukwu, who is late now, deserves our respect. Even if we debate the outcomes, let us teach our children the truth. Nigeria has removed history from the school, especially history that has to do with that Biafra. There's history in Nigerian school, but the ones that had to do with Biafra, that secession, is removed. Let us remember history, not with shame, but with understanding. And may the souls of those who lost their lives in that war continue to rest in peace. This is a historical analysis for educational purposes. We are not promoting hate or violence. We seek only to educate, preserve memory, and promote dialogue. Let history be our teacher, not our prison. From all of us at IGBO AREA TV, thank you for listening. I am Azoka OJ.